Alright class, the purpose of this video is to discuss something that we do here in AP US History. And it deals with the exams that we take in here, okay? And so this video is going to cover what it means to make a remediation for the class. As you know, a big chunk of grade is summative assessments, okay? Summative assessments are the multiple choice tests that you guys will be taking every unit, and they're a big chunk of the grade. They comprise about 60% of your total score in here. The reason that we allow you guys to remediate them is because of the fact that we know you study really hard for the exams, and if you happen to not do well on an exam, we don't want you to fall through the cracks and just kind of forget about that unit and then be forced to move on, even if you don't completely understand everything that was going on in the unit. So what Mrs. Lopez and I do is we allow you to remediate on each section of the test that you receive less than a 75% on. Okay, and like I said, each test has about 3 or 4 different subsections on the test, and we look at each of those subsections individually. And for every one of those subsections that you don't receive a 75% on, you will get the chance to increase your grade by showing us that you do, in fact, understand that section of the exam. So let's look at an example, because it'll make a little bit more sense. Let's say that we are taking a test on the Civil War, okay? On that exam, there could potentially be 4 different subsections of the test. Let's say that there's a section on slavery. Let's say that there's a section on the battles during the war. Let's say that there's a section on Lincoln and what he did as president during the war. And finally, let's imagine that there is a section on Reconstruction. Okay, so 4 different sections. Every single question on the test is tagged under one of these 4 sections. So if a question deals with slavery, it'll be in this section. You know, if a question deals with Lincoln's domestic policy, it'll go under here. All right, and what's great is that the program that we use to grade your tests can break that up. And so you get a score sheet that shows how you performed in each section. Let's say that on the slavery section, you only received like a 60% on, okay? Well, what that'll mean that you'll get the chance to go home, okay, and write a remediation essay on that section. So if it was on slavery, you'll get an essay question, a prompt dealing with slavery in some way, okay? And these prompts, they're actual AP exam questions. They're from the free response part of the exam. And you'll get the opportunity to write an essay on each section that you need to prove to us that you do in fact understand the material, okay? The other benefit of it is it's going to help with your writing, okay? And so not only are you catching up on the information that you didn't do so well on, but it's also allowing you to practice your essay writing for the AP exam that we're going to take in May. So that way, when you guys take the exam in May, we are all thumbs up and we'll all get 4s and 5s on our AP exams. So this remediation process, it's a very democratic process. Okay, we are equal opportunity. George Washington would be proud. Abraham Lincoln would be proud. You go home, you write your remediation essays, you receive more credit on your summative assessments, it brings up your scores. All happy students. We have good grades in here. We're going to do well on the AP exam in May. And Mrs. Lopez and I look forward to a very successful year with all of you.